Hello. Some of you are going from traditional Facebook, Twitter over to MeWe and Parler, which is one of the things I've done. I'd like to show you a couple of cool things about how to use them or what's slightly different about them. We'll start with MeWe. The cool thing about MeWe is that you can actually look at your groups that you belong to. So as you look at the groups, you see little red dots in it, ones that have actual comments or new comments, and you can actually scroll across the top. Oops, so that you can pop into them and see how many comments are on each one. So that's kind of neat. You can also look at feeds. So every group automatically has a chat feed that, they're kind of wild and woolly. They go fast, so I don't typically use them a lot, but there they are. And every group has them. You have a notification screen for the latest posts that people have and responses and whether you have a new contact request. So that's cool. And then you've got your basic screen. One of the things I like about it is in the screen itself, if you go to your setups, you can actually look at your feed preferences, and it's cool. Unlike Facebook, whose kind of algorithm arbitrarily chooses who you see, you can see whether you want to see new posts or a post that's got the latest comment on it pop to the top of your feed. So it's not a mix anymore. It's all time based. You can choose it for your home, for your group posting, for your private posting, and for the pages. So when you go into a page, you'll see I've got them all set up for new posts. But if I had new comments, what it would do is the last post that was commented on moves to the top of your feed when you go into each of these particular areas. So kind of cool there. I like that feature. If you go to the home screen, what you can do is there's a little the triple slide bar over here, and you can see whether you want to look at what your contacts are posting, what your groups are posting, or what your pages are posting. And if you looked at groups, basically it's the latest posts from all the groups combined into a single feed. And you can do the same thing if you wanted to see your contacts. It's all the contacts. 7 minutes ago is the most recent one. 9 minutes ago. See, so you've got these basically, it's all time scaled because I chose newest ones versus the latest comments. But so anyways, I like the interface. I like the ability to actually look at everybody that I'm friends with or every group that I'm contacted with, seeing them in that order, unlike Facebook, like I said, that just kind of determines what you'll see, when you'll see it. And then also Facebook keeps regurgitating the same post. They want to do that to save bandwidth. And that is not the purpose of MeWe. MeWe is basically, it's owned and operated by a libertarian who's pretty much about free speech and making sure that everybody gets their own forum to speak in. And he's also big on privacy. So they're not sharing all your information. They're not doing a bunch of ads, sharing it with advertisers. And that's another reason that I kind of like MeWe. The format's good, easy to post. Boom. If I wanted to post into a feed, text, set up a poll, do a photo gallery, operate a camera, or pop a GIF. The text is the same as if you would do it in Facebook. You can make it a public text. You can actually make it just for close friends or your contacts only seeing it. So that's your equivalent of public, private, friends only. You can basically type in. You've got the same access to your actual media drives. One of the things I don't particularly care for is, so if I've got downloads from, let's say, old Instagram, these are not done in the newest to the oldest, and there's no way to change the order or to the filter to do the newest to the oldest. So if you're looking for a particular picture, you've got to grind through and find it specifically. And that's kind of a bear when you look at, if you actually look at the camera where you snap, hundreds of pictures, even it won't pull up the latest picture. It'll pull up just the pictures based on, I'm assuming, file name order, but I haven't been able to prove that yet. So that's one of the downsides when you're actually pulling a picture. It's got the same thing for GIFs. You can record audio, and I think you can throw videos up here too. Yeah, you can do a video up here too. So anyways, kind of a cool setup. I like MeWe for those reasons. It's straight ahead, and it's a little more friendly and a little less invasive. The other one that's kind of popular right now is Parler. Now, Parler is basically Twitter. It's Twitter without the ads. It's Twitter. Well, sorry, they do have some ads in here from their frequent flyers. It's kind of irritating that. But anyways, so it's Twitter. One of the cool things about it is it's easy to verify yourself. So you see that P right there. that means that he has submitted the information to them to prove that he is who he says he is. So if you see a famous person's account that doesn't have that, they haven't submitted the information, that account's probably fake. I was actually able to do that with my own account. See, I submitted my information to prove that I am indeed Tom Tinney, the biker nerd, and I have a flag on mine that shows that. So, Parler's basically like Twitter. You can see there's the partners, there's the affiliates, so you can pop into those to look at news. You can actually look at your current feed, so you can see the latest tweets, or not tweets, latest post for Parler. You can actually post your own. That's fine, kind of cool. I'll just use one of these, Wayne Dupree. He's kind of a political guy, but you can upvote. See that little arrow right there? Upvote it. You can echo it, which is basically retweeting it. You can do it with or without a comment, or you can actually comment underneath it, and that'll show under as part of the thread. So any of these work. It's like I said, it's basically Twitter. It's becoming more popular as Twitter's becoming more confined and their rules more vague about why you get dinked and why you get knocked out. So I don't know. I like Parler. I don't care for Twitter anymore. If 5 people decide to report a post, even an innocuous post, basically you get zinged. And that's just not worth it. So in Parler, if you don't like an asshole, you block the asshole. There, done. I don't have to look at anything he says. He doesn't have to look at anything I say. That's being the adult about it, versus reporting somebody that doesn't necessarily share your convictions, views, or political landscape. So anyways, that's Parler and MeWe. That's where I'm playing for a while, and just figured I'd give you the scoop on it. Alrighty? Cool. Have a good one.